YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Sober Living in Style. I'm Jill Chapa. I just finished a workout and I'm going to show y'all what I throw together in the kitchen after workout, something healthy, and y'all follow along. It's just going to be a real quick video. So here I'm going to do some infused water. So I got my water pitcher and I'm going to put cucumber and blueberry in water. And that's all you do, and you just let it sit for a while, and it infuses, and it's really good. You can put any kind of fruit that you want in there. Strawberry, watermelon. Let me set this right here. Let's see, strawberry, watermelon, pineapple, apples, especially the green apples are really good. Mango is what I do with the mango is I'll make a fruit cup or fruit bowl, and then I'll use the seed of the mango and put it in there, and I don't have a peeler, so I'm having to do this with my knife. And this cucumber is a little old, but it's okay because it's just really going to go into our water and give it some flavor. And unless you're going to eat it, which you can, of course, you can eat the fruit in the water, which is a lot of fun. Once you're done drinking your water, you can eat your fruit. But because this one's a little, doesn't look too great, I'm not going to eat it. I'm just going to have it in there to look pretty, and it's good for you. So that's one. Peel that. I love to make infused waters because they're fun. They look pretty. You could decorate them with lemons or whatever you want to put in there. I guess wash your blueberries. So we'll put however many you want to put in there. I don't want to use the whole thing, so I'm going to use about half. And make sure you rinse the blueberries off. I'm going to just put them in the pitcher. And then you're going to chop up the cucumber. However you want to do it, you can leave it whole, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to eat this one, so I'm just putting it in there for flavor. And while I'm doing this, I've got some spaghetti going in the back. Actually, while the spaghetti noodles are on, I've already heated up some peas on the stove. And I'm just going to kind of get whatever I had in the cabinets and the refrigerator and just throw it together and see what it turns out like. It's better than going and picking up some fast food. We just did a really good workout. We went running for about 3 miles, and then we did a circuit training video that I'm going to be uploading here shortly, along with what I would eat after a workout. And I'm going to try to get to do more of these food videos, but my son's in school right now, so I'm having to get all this done, shower, eat, feed my husband, and then got to get to the school to pick up my son and try to rest in between. So bear with me. I'm trying to get these videos out as quickly as possible. So there, I didn't do a really good job with this, guys. Like I said, it's kind of not the prettiest cucumber, so it is what it is. There we go. Put it in there. I always like to clean as I'm cooking. It just makes it easier for me when I'm done. And I'll show y'all what it looks like at the bottom of the pitcher. Like I said, y'all can put anything. Watermelon's really good. Apples. Just don't put bananas because they're going to get mushy. So you're just going to fill that up with water. And there you go. There's some infused water, and you're going to let it sit. And the longer it sits, the more infused it's going to get. So that's our infused water. And I'm going to bring y'all over here to what I'm cooking. So I just put on some spaghetti noodles. And what I cook with a lot is I use basil, pesto, and pimientos. I've also got some mushrooms, spinach, and I heated up some peas real quick on the stove. So when this is done, I'm going to go ahead and drain it, throw the spinach, the basil, the pesto, and the mushrooms and heat it up here on the stove for a little bit. And that should be lunch. So, let me go ahead and... This should be just about done. I'm going to go ahead and crank the heat up because a little bit of a hurry. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to get my strainer prepared. So, let's see. And because we don't have a lot of money right now, I just literally just went and there's so many things that you could get in your refrigerator and in your cabinets that you're not aware of. A lot of the times you think, oh, I don't have food because there's not much in there. And your mind tells you that you don't have food, but you do. If you get in there and get creative, especially with vegetables and fruit and chicken, you can make all sorts of stuff. I'll be sharing a lot of these really quick, easy recipes that you could do at home. There's really not much to them. They're just good for you and they're quick. So the noodles are almost done. I'm going to put the noodles in the strainer and then I'll add the other stuff. For now, I guess I'm going to go ahead and we're going to drain the spinach into our strainer. So we don't want all that juice in there. So we're going to just kind of push the water out of the spinach. And then we're going to dump the spinach in here. That's all of it. I'm going to leave that there, and then I'm going to add the pasta to it. So it's almost done. To check if it's done, you could just kind of cut the sides of it. It's got a little bit longer. I'm going to go ahead and turn the stove on so that it's ready and heated. Keep in mind, guys, those of you that are new to YouTube, watch your time on your videos, because if your video exceeds 15 minutes, it will not post it. So I had to learn that the hard way. So I guess I'll go ahead and open all my stuff while I do this. So again, I'm going to put a scoop of pesto basil, a spoonful of the pimientos, and then I've also got this onion, celery, and green peppers that I'm going to put in there. This is rather than putting spaghetti sauce, which you would normally people would use something like this. I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of this in there and some mushrooms. Unless my son's eating spaghetti, I really don't mess with the spaghetti sauce too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw my, I guess I could use the juice from the mushrooms and just put that on top of the spinach that's in here just for flavor. And let that drain in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the mushrooms on the stove so this can go ahead and start heating up. I don't have my tripod today, so this is a little bit more challenging, but you'll get the basic idea. So I've got the mushrooms on the stove. I'm just going to let those heat up on medium heat. The noodles should definitely almost be done. You don't want them to be crunchy, so you want to make sure that they're okay, and those are about done. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and I'm going to add this to the spinach. And I'm going to add this to my other pan. So you're just going to shake it out a little bit because you don't want them wet, and just dump everything in here in the pan. Put it back on the stove. So I'm going to show y'all what this looks like. So I've got the spinach, with the mushroom and the pasta noodles, and I'm going to mix that up, and then I'm going to add a spoonful of the the pimientos. One more, 1.5 of the pimientos, and then a spoonful of the basil pesto. This looks really good. And since it was almost done, I'm going to go ahead and just use the whole pan. I'm going to show y'all what this looks like. Just bear with me. Like I said, I don't have my tripod, but I just wanted to share one of my cooking videos with y'all. Since I did just do a workout video, so y'all could see more or less what it looks like. I just like to use vegetables and fruit for everything when I'm cooking. It's so good for you. So this is what it looks like. I've got the pimientos, the basil pesto, the tomatoes with the celery, and the spinach with the mushroom and the spaghetti. And I'm going to mix that up. And then I'm going to add it to the peas, and that will be my lunch. Go ahead. Alright guys, so I've got everything. My husband just got here, so he's going to hold the camera for me, so that makes it a lot easier. So I've got everything here in the pan, and I'm just cutting up the noodles so it makes it easier to mix. You want to make sure you get all the spinach, all the mushrooms, and everything that we put in here mixed up real good. And I'm going to go ahead and add the peas to this. So I'm going to drain these. Drain the juice out of there. And I'm going to go ahead and add that. And if y'all want to go ahead and take a look in here, this is what we got. I don't know what to call it, but I guarantee you it's really, really good. It smells great too. So there you go. Spaghetti, mushroom, and pea spaghetti. Alright guys, hope y'all enjoyed my video.